Listen, if you're waiting for someone to save you, stop, because nobody is coming. Not when you're tired, not when you're doubting, not when your back is against the wall and your dreams look impossible. That's the moment you find out who you really are. You think becoming great feels powerful? No, it feels lonely. It feels like carrying a dream so heavy that even breathing becomes a responsibility. It feels like smiling in front of everyone while silently questioning yourself at night. You say you want your peak, but peaks are cold. Peaks are isolated. Peaks are earned by climbing when your hands are bleeding and your legs are shaking. You don't reach your peak by talking about it. You reach it by surviving everything that tried to break you. And let's be honest, you've been hit hard by failure, by betrayal, by people who said you couldn't, by people who laughed, by people who left when the storm got too real. You trusted, you believed, you gave your all, and still, you fell. But falling doesn't mean finished. It means tested. Because the sea doesn't respect the weak. It tests you with waves so violent you question your own direction. It sends storms that rip apart your confidence. It isolates you in silence so deep you start hearing your own fear scream. And right there, right when your knees hit the ground, right when your fists clench in frustration, right when your heart whispers, maybe this isn't for you, that's the turning point. Because the difference between a legend and a memory is one decision. Do you stay down, or do you stand up again? Not loudly, not perfectly, not even confidently, but stubbornly, with cracked bones and tired eyes, with doubt still in your chest, with fear still in your mind. You stand anyway. That's power, not talent, not luck, will. The kind of will that refuses to accept limits. The kind of will that smiles at pain and says, "You're not enough. You want your peak? Then understand this. Your peak is not a moment of comfort. It's the moment you outgrow your old self. It's the moment the version of you who was scared dies, and the version of you who refuses to lose takes control. But transformation hurts. Growth hurts. Letting go of who you used to be hurts. Because you can't carry fear to the top. You can't carry excuses to the top. You can't carry hesitation to the top. You must drop it all. Even if it means walking alone. Even if it means people don't understand you anymore. Even if it means being misunderstood, doubted, underestimated. You don't chase validation. You chase destiny. And destiny demands sacrifice or none. Sleep, comfort, approval, safety. You trade it all for one thing, becoming unstoppable. There will be days when your strength feels fake, days when your smile feels forced, days when your dream feels distant. You'll question everything, your ability, your worth, your future. And in that silence, in that crushing silence where nobody sees your struggle, you will face yourself. No cheering crew, no applause, just you. And one brutal question: are you really built for this? Because wanting greatness is easy. Becoming it is war. War against your habits. War against your doubts. War against the voice that says, quit. And that voice will get louder the closer you get. It will tell you you've done enough. It will tell you you've tried enough. It will tell you it's okay to settle. Pause. Breathe. Listen carefully. That voice is not your truth. It's your fear. And fear only wins when you obey it. So when your body screams, stop, when your mind feels overloaded, when your heart feels heavy, and you're standing at the edge of giving up, this is the moment that decides everything. Will you shrink back into comfort? Or will you step forward into your peak? Because your peak isn't a place, it's a declaration. A declaration that you refuse to break, that you endured the storm, that you carried your pain without surrendering your dream. You don't reach your peak when the world believes in you. You reach it when you believe in yourself despite the world, when they doubt you, when they laugh, when they turn away. And you still move forward, not because it's easy, but because you promised yourself you would. So here's the truth no one tells you. Your peak isn't waiting for perfect timing. It's waiting for relentless action. It's waiting for the version of you who no longer negotiates with fear. The version who doesn't ask, what if I fail? But asks, what if I don't even try? This is your climb, your storm, your fight, and no one can finish it for you. You either rise through the pain, or you let it define you. So answer this, and don't lie to yourself. When everything in you is exhausted, when quitting feels logical, when the world thinks you're finished, will you finally claim your peak? Or will you prove that the storm was stronger than your will? Then hear this clearly. Your peak doesn't care how tired you are. It doesn't care how many times you fail. It doesn't care how unfair it feels. It only responds to one thing: relentless will. You think the storm is your enemy? No. The storm is your teacher. It strips away comfort. It tears apart ego. It exposes weakness. And when everything false is ripped from you, only your true strength remains. But most people never reach that point. They retreat the moment it hurts too much. They negotiate with their limits. They convince themselves that good enough is enough. That's how dreams die. Not with explosions, with excuses. Quiet ones, reasonable ones, dangerous ones. I'll try tomorrow. Maybe this isn't for me. I've done enough. No, you haven't. Not if the fire is still there. Not if your heart still races when you imagine your future. Not if something inside you refuses to settle. Because that feeling, that restless hunger, that quiet rage when you see how far you still have to go, that's not weakness. That's destiny knocking. And destiny doesn't knock twice. You are not behind. You are being built. Every scar, every loss, every humiliation, it's forging you into someone unrecognizable to the version of you who once doubted. But here's the truth. The closer you get to your peak, the lonelier it becomes. Fewer people understand you. Fewer people support you. Fewer people can keep up. And that's when your mind plays its cruelest trick. It asks, is this worth it? Pause. Feel that question. Let it sit heavy in your chest. Because how you answer it will define your life. If you say no, you return to safety, to average, to predictable comfort. But if you say yes, you accept the isolation. You accept the sacrifice. You accept the pressure. And you become dangerous. Dangerous to doubt. Dangerous to limitation. Dangerous to every wall placed in front of you. Because once you decide there is no retreat, there is no power on this sea that can stop you. Not failure, not fear, not even your own past. Your peak is not ahead of you. It's inside you, waiting for permission, waiting for that final shift from hoping to knowing. from trying to refusing to lose. So stand up, even if your legs shake. Clench your fists, even if they're tired. Lift your head, even if the world looks bigger than you. And say it, not softly, not timidly, but with conviction that echoes through every doubt you've ever had. This is my peak. Not because you've arrived, but because you've decided. And once that decision is made, there is no storm fierce enough, no wave high enough, no enemy strong enough to stop a soul that has chosen to rise. So I'll ask you one last time. When the next storm hits, when the pressure tightens, when the world waits to see you break, will you finally become the person you promised you would be? Or will you let this be another almost?